I'm turn that light off. YouTube, what it do? It's your boy, and welcome back to the 420 Club. I guess we finally decide. Wait, just a quick FYI. You hear that in the back? Yeah, we frying chicken. You heard? You feel me? Chicken for breakfast. It's 8:30 in the morning, and we smoking weed and fried chicken. Come on. We finally decided to do a reaction to the DaBaby and DaniLeigh situation, the whole altercation that just came about.
I don't know what to say. It
We
was
gonna
messy.
watch
We just gonna watch what they was doing.
My son FTR dropped a good video about it, so we gonna be in conversation with my son. See what he's talking about over here. Let me pull that video up. Chappelle. Okay. To the side.
Move over.
Yeah. If you don't mind, you'll watch your eye cut off. Let's get into this.
Where's he at? Where's he at? House. Go ahead. Look at this. He wants me to get out of his house. Go ahead.
Okay, let's just
Go ahead, baby. Tell him. Tell him. Where's this? Where's he at? Where's he
That's
at?
the first thing. A lot of comments, shade room. They're like, oh, he provoked. No, on TMZ. Because she got charged
She did get charged.
twice. She got 2 charges off of this. And people like, oh, he provoked her. Never use that energy in the opposite. Like, a woman can never provoke a man to do nothing, but let a woman act out of character, and it's still because of him.
I really can't. I don't know. Look, I'm like, it's a lot of things that I won't speak on for the simple fact, like, I don't know what was going on before the video started. So, like, when DaBaby started filming her and stuff like that,
But obviously
and
he
she
ain't-
started getting tight.
He ain't call out her name. He ain't put hands on her because she would have let that be known.
No, but I'm saying I feel like, because people are trying to say, oh, like, he started recording her, so, like, you feel me, like, he provoked her. I'm like,
That's
but
not
what
promotion.
happened?
Like, that's protection for men, bro. Take
I
it
was
from a
gonna
nigga
say,
who's
what-
been in this situation. I wish I did more recording, bro.
I just feel like what happened before the video started, because that was my automatic thought. I didn't make no assumptions.
She was
I was
beating
like,
the baby.
it has to be a reason he decided, like, I'm going to turn on the live. He didn't just do that just cuz.
For his protection, like
Yeah.
he said, because all a woman has to do is just say something, and people gonna run with it. Like, even though he documented her being chasing him down, following him around, calling him out his name, people are still trying to find a way to put blame on him. That's why he recorded. That's why men record. Because women are quick to not be a victim, but then play victim because they know that society's going to always side with women. And all men know that. Regardless. They
Yeah.
don't care if he's in the right. Because he's in the right if you don't live there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he can tell you get out. You can't guilt him into that. And as you can see from this little clip, she's following him around. He's not even in the room with her. He's not talking to her. He's not saying nothing to her. She's looking for him. She's the one instigating the situation. If she was so strong and independent, she would have just been like, all right, he want me gone? Let me just get my shit and I'm out. Like, it's nothing to fight about. Like she said, she got her own home. She got a supportive family. You don't need to live with him. Like, if the energy is side chick, just respect it.
Where's he at? Where's he at? Yeah, whatever. He wanna call cops on me for whatever the reason.
This is trying to trap a nigga going wrong. I'm
Trying
not
to
going.
trap a nigga? Are you crazy?
Shawty,
You just
yeah.
me last night, you idiot.
Alright guys, you're looking at the thumbnail, you're looking at the title of the video, y'all
Right.
already know
See,
what time.
that's where I blame DaBaby. I'm like, bro, you can't be going too hard for a shorty and then like be surprised when she think it's bigger than what it needs to be. Like that
That's
means you
why.
ain't go like even though to the world we kind of saw it like, okay, she's just a shorty, he's fucking like, you know, he's famous now, nice little light skinned joint or whatever, but Bill Gates had a side chick too. She had homes, cars, boats, and all that fancy shit too. And you ain't never see them come out, no problem. His wife was freaking okay with it, type shit.
Yeah, I'm like, you enabled her a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she posted all these videos and pictures, and even though that means nothing, like, to a degree, I get why, in her perspective, she probably thought, like, y'all really had a relationship. Even though, like, when I first saw the relationship, I was like, she's delusional. She's 100% delusional, and I feel like everybody else thought that. But I don't know, the pictures and the videos, I guess I feel like, based off of how they were hanging out, I could understand maybe why she thought she was in a different position. But we have to be smarter, bro. Like, you gotta be smarter. It was public indicators that this man was not your man. Publicly. But yeah.
It is time to get out.
I got one thing to say. When it comes to, like, see, the thing is with women, it's like, it's certain behaviors that are exuded from a man, and you gotta put it in perspective. Like, if he was a regular dude, you know what I'm saying, not rich, famous, successful, doing all of this, buying you cars, buying you homes, that's absolutely stuff you do for your wife, like for a regular dude. But if it's a dude who got a bunch of money, you know, and he's gonna make more money in the future, like, he just tricking. He got it. Like,
he showed out buddy to anybody.
Right. So you can't equate that to, like, a man who it ain't really affecting him doing this type of stuff for you, compared to a man where that's really gonna hurt his pockets doing shit for you. So he has to do that out of love. Him, he's just doing that shit out of, I'm a fucking baller, I'm a player, that's what I do. Like,
y'all standards gotta be higher, bro. Like,
right.
Y'all just be messing with anybody.
Guys, we must go over this story here today, this situation with DaBaby and the mother of his child, DaniLeigh. This is really, truly a sad story, a sad situation, but I think that it's readily applicable to the content that we go over on this channel. So I wanted to go through some of these videos and give you guys kind of my thoughts, my lessons learned out of this situation. But I think above all, listen to me when I say this. Stop making permanent decisions with temporary people. Stop it.
stop doing
all
that.
All right? Without further ado.
I'm like, if she your side piece, there's no reason you should be nothing in that, brother. No reason. If you're not okay with having a baby by that lady, it should be no reason you nothing in her. Honestly.
Yeah.
So a little extra context, DaBaby just went live out of nowhere and was documenting this domestic issue, this domestic situation. So he went live, and the first video that I won't show right now actually has the 3-month-old baby in it. So YouTube doesn't like babies in their, videos, so I'm not gonna put it in. But let's go over the rest of what was captured and documented.
I ain't never addressed nothing before, because I always was like, nah, let me not talk to the internet, because the internet is always gonna make their own story up, whatever they gonna grab a little piece and put whatever story they want together. But nah. How I've been living here for the past 3 months at his house, at his penthouse, back and forth, here and there, since my baby was born. And then all of a sudden,
Keyword, after the baby was born. So like, as a man, that's the right thing to do. You want your baby around you too. Like, so I'm saying, put it in my situation. Niggas came, I wanted them to leave. They start guilting me with the baby, nowhere to go, da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm just like, all right, now my home is no longer just my home no more. Because I felt like I was doing the right thing.
tonight, he want to come to the crib.
Me and this lady was not involved at all. No sex, no nothing. I just felt like I was doing the right thing. I had a 3-bedroom apartment to myself. I had my bedroom, I had my studio, and just one empty room that had a bunk bed, because it used to be my dad's old crib with my sisters and shit. So I'm like, yo, y'all can have that room. And then, bro, that's after I've been guilted. That wasn't the energy when they first came, you feel me? Like, I told them you could have the room to sleep in and shit. Like, it was no, you know what I'm saying? The room wasn't for them, but it was like, it's free, use it. She took that as, I'm letting her move in. You know what I'm saying? And then just me not wanting to be that guy, I'm like, all right, you good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just go to work, do what I gotta do, and it still turned out bad.
Sleeping in his bed, talking about, you need to go. You mean I need to go to a 5-star hotel, do it. Nobody leaving. And of course, escalated. want to put up a statement talking about,
you know, I could understand why you feel like it's really messed up. Like, I'm putting myself in both perspectives, right? So I really get where she's coming from in terms of she's hurt. Like, she feels like she thought something was what it was, and she's been living in this man's house, and it's not that, right? But I'm like, something I've learned is don't make a scene and just leave. Not for, I don't know how to explain it, but you're doing way more when you just take your stuff and you leave in silence versus wilding. Because not
all of this
only
was unnecessary.
not only are you draining yourself, you even making yourself more emotional. Like you are, because you're probably thinking so much, you putting so much effort in trying to make a point. You're probably only hurting yourself, really, because this man has decided he don't care. So now
My
take
whole
your
thing
stuff.
is, I feel like, just man perspective, when women have your baby, they become entitled. They think they now own you, and your life should be focused on making her happy and ensuring her safety and all that type of shit, even if she is not your wife. And that's the reason why they used to put so much emphasis on don't have no child with no one that you already don't plan on spending the rest of your life with. Because this is something, it's a tie. You're gonna be, once you have a child with somebody, you're tied to them forever. Forever. It's a level of entitlement that comes. Like, you sit here and acknowledge it's his house, and you was going back and forth. Now that he won his house to himself, you feel like he can't have that because he needs to be spending time with you. Oh yeah, just had sex last night, but that doesn't change of it. If this was your house and now you wanted your peace of mind, your space, a man knows ain't no arguing that. We're not gonna argue you that. That's why they tell men not to move in with women, because sometimes they feel like that, and you gonna be in a bad place. But if the shoe's on the other foot, women don't understand it. They don't get it. Like, what kind of fucked up shit is this? But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I gotta say. It's like a level of entitlement. You acknowledge it. You acknowledge it's his shit, but yet when he now tells you he want his shit to himself, you can't, because you just had a baby 3 months ago. And you. Like, it's an entitlement to it that you even feel offended. Like, if your mom says, all right, what you about to do? Like, you're an adult, get out of crib. Bro, you gotta just get out, bro. You gotta get out. Not even on some, like, kicking you out their crib, but coming over to visit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You are a guest. You don't live here. I'm gonna just let her keep going, because we explained it too far.
It saddens me that I have a queen to raise you. You ain't even been here this whole time that I've had this child. You want to give cute little conversations talking about I ain't never.
All right, real quick. Other videos to play, but let's just go over what she just said real quick, because that was a lot of accusations. So she's accusing him of not taking care of the baby, and what she's also saying is that she's been staying in his crib off and on. And then she goes into, she did something tonight, like cook or something like that. He gets home and says, get out. Now, the thing is, and which I think is important to be able to speak about this, is because, again, I see often women utilizing children as leverage to do whatever they want. Why would the baby just come home out of nowhere and tell you to get out?
I'm not gonna lie. I said that when she started explaining the story. I'm like, something transpired that he felt the need to not only tell you to get out, but then start a live video, because the baby, one thing he is private unless it gets too public. And then he speaks his piece. He don't just put out his information just cause. You feel me? Like, it's usually somebody caught him and he has to explain himself. You telling me that man just randomly decided to not only kick you out, but to just go on live? I'm not saying he's not wrong, but something happened. Something definitely happened.
I'm like, her mistake again, doing regular shit for people who aren't regular. Like, cooking for a motherfucker who can afford catering every single night. It's not a major task. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to do that, but you're using it as leverage for whatever reason. Now, if it was a regular dude and he come home from, regular work, and you prepare dinner for him and you clean for him, he should absolutely be grateful you just did that. To a nigga that shit don't matter to, you gotta understand it don't matter. Like women put all niggas on the same level. Like, certain shit, certain men not gonna give a fuck about because it's not special to them. Like, I could have just called my mom and said, "Mom, come cook something." Like, you ain't do nothing spectacular. And to a nigga who don't got nobody cooking nothing for him, he's gonna be grateful for that. But that's women's mistakes.
Or was there conversations that were had regarding where you were going to stay, and you're utilizing the baby to the baby, not the baby, but utilizing...
I can't speak on them, but I say for myself when I was in this situation, I didn't come, like, nothing was done, like, to make me go, all right, y'all gotta get out. You know what I'm saying? It was more so, like, I was here by myself, chilling, my peace, my loud music, my weed, just relaxing. Now, for the past couple days, all of that shit been put to a stop, because there's a baby here now, gotta do the respectful thing. Of course, no smoking in the house, no loud music, baby might be asleep or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Make sure the house stay clean so a baby could crawl around and shit like that. It just, I wanted my space back. I had, like, if it's different, you see how, like, Clarence and Queen got it, like, they each got their own separate quarters. It look like it's on different sides of the house, different floors or some shit.
It's on different floors.
Just like, so when you in your zone doing you, what I'm doing over here is not interfering. We are not clashing. And I didn't have that. You know, it's an apartment. It wasn't a house I had. So it just came a point, I was just like, yo, I need my time. Like, I need to get back to me, what I'm doing. Like, that shit put a stop. And, you know what I'm saying? I didn't come being rude. It wasn't an argument. It wasn't a fight. It was literally like, all right, what y'all about to do? And that shit really triggered her and took me down a whole guilt road. And I'm just here like.
Kaylani said something very important. But y'all bring relationship drama into parenting. Like, and to me, it's like, if there was no solid, stable relationship before the baby, I don't know why you trying to, yeah, or you thought, like, you feel me, like, all of a sudden the baby just changes everything and now we have a family dynamic. That is not how it works. It's just not how it works. The baby, even if it's like that for a couple days, a couple months even, once it starts, reality hits, like, all right, the baby's growing up now. I never intended to be with this person for this long. I need to start making changes. Like, what are you going to do then? Like, you feel me? So we have to start thinking about what was this dynamic before the relationship, before the baby, and then how are we going to proceed after? You can't just try to enforce something that was never there. It was never there.
Absolutely.
The baby that you have to do whatever you want. A lot of people are saying that there's no excuse to put your baby mother and a 3-month-old out. And my response to that is, how do you know that he was trying to put the 3-month-old out? Maybe it was just her that he was trying to put out. So we don't know that. But then also, too, yes, there is excuses.
And I say another thing. It's been times when I was like, you know, when arguments did happen, I'm like, sis, you gotta leave. She's like, oh, you throwing the baby out. All right, the baby can stay. You gotta go. I ain't leaving my baby. Nah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
had an agenda. If he had something that he was going to do and he gets home and she's still there when he had communicated to her, no, go stay here or go utilize whatever hotel or whatever resources that you have, but we're not together. You know that we're not together. Why are you still in here? So let me talk about this as well. I agree with documenting the bullshit because in the court of public opinion, you, the guy, will be guilty until proven innocent. We already know this. We talk about this. So document. Your camera can be your best friend in those situations, okay? What I don't agree with is going live about this. Record, call the cops, show them the video, and then proceed forward. Now we all...
I definitely think it was a bad decision to go live. Now, record, yeah. Live, I don't know about that, baby. I do feel like it should have been a little bit more private until the necessary comments had to be made. Like, you kind of just put your business out there because you was probably tight,
But I'll say, as a person who probably been, the world keeps trying to cancel him, he knew, like, let it be some shit with involving a woman and a baby and it's over for him.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like he should never went live because people are trying to
Unless he just wanted
cancel
to
this man for
document
real.
it live, like as it was happening, so people could see what was happening. She can't spin it, because now she can't come up with no bullshit stories because everything was live. Everything was documented live. We saw nobody putting hands on each other. We saw nobody like in each other's face getting loud, getting crazy, except for her. But he wasn't, you know what I'm saying, like in her face, giving her that energy back. So, you know, women they'll play the victim. When it's time to play the victim, they'll play and they'll play it well. And then it's so easy. It's so easy. Women have it so easy to convince people that wrong was done to them.
I feel like you shouldn't never went live. Because I'm like, realize your audience, and I'm like, regardless of the fact that you might have been in the right for whatever reason, or that we don't even know what really happened. Technically, we really don't know what really happened. Like, women are dead trying to cancel you right now. Like, on my social media, everybody's trying to cancel you.
That's what I'm saying. It was smart for him to go live so they could see it as it's happening. So they can't come with no hypotheticals. You know, you can only speak on what you saw because this was live. If he would have put his hands on her or something like that, you would know it was bullshit because police was already at the crib. They both was live. They both was not in the same vicinity. Like, they was just in the same house, but not in the same rooms and shit. So no bullshit hypothetical could come. Oh, he's abusive. Oh, he hates women. Oh, he hates babies and shit now. Like, none of those bullshit narratives could fly. So me, I see the smartness in it. But I agree with you because it's still a private matter.
Yeah, and I'm also like, the women are emotional. So I'm like, if you thought like your fans in terms of women were gonna just side with you, you thought wrong. I feel like it's some women who agree with him.
More women who are not. They still trying to look for fault. For, like, blaming him for something. Like
that's what I'm like. That's what I'm seeing, and that's why I keep resharing like the posts and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, y'all talking like y'all know really both sides of the situation. But I'm sure, like, what he's saying is dead true. I'm sure he wasn't really with her type, and she took it as they are together.
She even said that he was barely there. The 3 months, like, going back and forth, he was barely there. So, like, you got to see the contradictions in your own argument. Like, you making it seem like for the past 3 months, y'all all been in the crib lovey-dovey, everything perfect. But now when you mad, you're saying the truth. Like, he was barely there. You was going back and forth. You didn't stay here consecutive 3 months. Like, it's just a bunch of contradictions in her argument. But people still gonna look for a reason to make him sound crazy. Like,
yeah, I'm like, I feel like because y'all, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like y'all think it's because the baby went. Like, I guess people feel like he was being harsh. Because he was like, oh, like, you dead the side chick and stuff like that. And that's why I say women aren't going to take it well. Like, just the general public of women are going to probably try to say you're trash. Like, just being honest.
Because they like being
because they're emotional.
Side chick culture. Like,
yeah.
Let's just
see, watch, and participate in the drama.
Look at this. He wants me to get out of his house. Go ahead. Go ahead, baby. Tell him. Tell him. Where's this? Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at?
Police saying, ma'am, come here. But what is she doing? But they saying, oh, he provoking her. He provoking her. But he's not even going to this extent. Like, he documented what needs to be documented.
Yeah.
Where's he at? Yeah, whatever. He want to call cops on me for whatever the reason. Whatever.
She's very defiant. She's very combative.
My 3-month-old baby.
But
yeah.
we posted a thing like in their relationship, she was just some damsel in distress, weak chick. She don't even listen to fucking police. But you want to sit here and want us to believe like, oh, in the crib is just perfect. She's just the absolute most perfect thing in the world, and the baby just came through. The angry man. Oh, the angry man. Get out my house, bitch. Like, but she don't even listen to police. So you know she got a wild mouth. She's saying whatever the fuck to him. And he probably is over it. Nigga, like, done with it. Like,
whatever. Yeah, whatever.
She don't want to leave.
No, I don't need to tell you nothing. Nah, you good. You can talk to him because he want to call you guys. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm like, bro, you got too much money for this. Like, my energy is like, oh, like, I'm the side chick. all right, let me leave. Let me get my own stuff. Whenever you want to see the baby, I will leave and make sure, like, you and the baby can be in the house and do whatever. Whenever you want the baby, I will make sure the baby is with you. But I don't want to see you no more. I don't want any, we're not fucking anymore. So there could be no confusion now. I'm the side chick. I'm like, instead of doing all this arguing, you just had to change the dynamic of the whole relationship, period. That was really what you had to do. Like, I'm the side chick. Let me move accordingly. Like, let me make sure we did that today. That's it. But nah, we didn't do that. Too much
go
money
ahead.
to be doing this.
Ain't nobody need to talk to nothing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You just want to hang out.
Yeah, whatever. It's all good. It's all good.
Nah, my son to your face is mad funny.
Okay. So again, I don't know what she's going through. It could be postpartum depression, right? Like, it seems as though she's dead set on them being in a relationship and living together, and it seems like he has already moved on, right? But like, for the life of me, I just don't understand, why would you try to get with a character like DaBaby and expect him not to treat you like a rapper?
I'm like, bro, my son was booed up with Megan Thee Stallion also right before. And it was for promo. But still, like, they didn't even let niggas know that. And I'm just saying, this is a couple days, once again, before you went under his comments talking about that's your man, and then started posting pictures and videos. I'm like, he also was with his baby moms. You feel me? Like, it was a lot of indicators. Like, this man might be a little friendly with women. Like, you get what I'm saying? And you just sat there and was like, nah, I'm the one. Like, that's amazing to me. Like, that's really astonishing that you really just thought, like, you was changing something. I feel like women, we have to stop feeling like we can just change a man. Like, you feel me? Like, we have to stop. We got to get out of this delusion that we're the one that's going to change a man, because the only man that's going to change for you is a man who at least wants to change. If he don't want it, he don't want it, bro. I don't know why you thought, like, he was going to baby mom you and wife you. Like, I'm not the last baby mom. I'm different. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Right, like, for the life of me. Right, like, so we talk about so often this accountability and the choice and the decisions that you are making, but that's literally insanity, because you're expecting an outcome of something, and he has previous evidence of him not being the most stellar man.
I just said that.
Like, he's got previous baby mothers that have complained about him.
Wait, women will know this and then still be mad at the baby for calling her a side chick. And I'm just saying, like, this is why I say maybe it was not publicly smart to release this, but in terms of, like, women, you have to see things for what it really is. Y'all know the baby. We know how the baby works. We know he's always flirting with somebody. Why do you think he was really about to just change all that for this woman? He barely showed, like, any actual love for her. I'm being honest. He didn't really show like he was being serious about her. We have too many expectations for him. Like,
yeah, DaniLeigh actually made a song kind of poo-pooing on the last baby mothers. And it's just like, why are you expecting something incredibly different out of this guy that has a history? They also had statements that they released as well. So let's go through each of the statements. So this one's from DaniLeigh. Hey guys, since baby want to put a statement. Actually, let's go over his statement first, okay? I would like to swiftly remove myself from any of the hostile behavior put on display moments ago. This here thing has gone far enough for Shorty to crash out on her own, and it saddens me because I still got a queen to raise. The last hour has been documented for my safety and business done based on my reputation, with multiple threats of setting up an internet scheme and person refusing to not let me go. Me and someone else here knew to record her. I done been beat on and yelled at and chased around like one of them fatal love attraction type girls. But I knew to keep it together. My team will be in contact with any and everybody we're in business with who may need clarification. End of the day, no big deal. I don't want no charges pressed or nothing. I just want her peacefully removed which they need to hurry up and do as we speak. I ain't even want the behavior on display, but it's okay, man. This shit shall to pass. It's all good. Let's go over Danny's statement. Hey guys.
Just right before he did, let's FYI, he didn't say no negative. He didn't call out her name. He compared her to a movie, Fatal Attraction, the Martin Lawrence movie. It's a good movie, funny movie. But it seems like that's just a comparison. That's not really disrespectful, calling you out your name, you know, comment like it's more so a comment on your character, not really disrespecting you though. He just compared you to a movie. But let's hear her version.
Since DaBaby want to put up a statement with all of his cap, I'll put mine up. So we've been living with each other for the past 3 months since our baby been born doing us. And tonight he want to come into the room talking about, I need to go. Don't matter where I go, mind you. I have a newborn child. He said I can go to a hotel. I think it's weird that she's...
What transpired before, like, the baby was had? Because I feel like something I'm noticing about what she's saying is, like, she almost says since the baby was born as if this was not the case when she was pregnant. Like, niggas was not this lovey-dovey and in each other's faces, which I would believe just in the fact that she disappeared off social media. Like, she went from this my man and posting on Instagram to nothing. Like, really nothing about the baby. So I'm like, it just feels like, was the relationship different when you was pregnant? And if so, why did you feel like because you had the baby and now you living with him, things change? Like, you thought it was because the baby was born? No.
No matter where I go, when she actually said in the video about getting a 5-star hotel. But anyway, this man is mad because I had Plan B sent to his condo because all he want to do is splash in me with no responsibility. Obviously, he probably want me out so we can go blank on his baby mother and his other thoughts. That whole shit that I just read right there is some really, truly toxic shit. It's just, so you're telling me you're with a man in a relationship where both of you guys agree with on, and you're sending Plan Bs to his condos to try to mess up the situations that he has with the other girls that he's messing with? It doesn't really sound like y'all in a relationship. It sounds like you were a side piece, you got pregnant, but you're just in this crazy mind state of, no, now that we have baby, we're going to be together. And it just doesn't work out that way. But again, you're expecting an outcome with somebody who was never about that family life to begin with. And the lack of a...
Yeah, I'm like, she talks about like her having this baby and her relationship with the baby after having the baby as if like now they're in a relationship because the baby was had. And she makes it sound like before this, they wasn't even talking to each other. So I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, she sounds a little crazy. Like, just a little bit. She sounds like she really thinks like he's supposed to play like boyfriend, no, not even husband role because the baby was born.
Because he had her baby, so you need to do this because you had a baby with me, but you didn't have that requirement before you decided to have a baby, and like now you're here. So.
Yeah, I'm like, so much for talking shit about the baby mom to just become one. Like,
here where you said that he splashes off at me as if you don't accept the splash work, okay? It's ridiculous. There's two in that game, all right? Now I'm removing accountability from him choosing to go raw daddy in a side piece, but also you can't just be over here.
Let him do it, and then now holding him to a standard like, oh, he want to do this. Like, you have to give him that okay. Like, he's not going to just do it if you're not okay with it.
I just accept him going raw. Like, come on. I mean, come on. Of course you're going to accept that as well. When you look at his bank account, you see the things that he can afford now. But let's not play this game, all right? Let's keep reading. Obviously, he probably want me out so he can go screw on his baby mother and his other has. Who been known we've been together this whole time while I just had my first child. This all goes to say that this man is
my child. Like that is supposed to change reality of the way shit is going to happen. This is why I say, like, a lot of women, when they get pregnant and have their baby, they expect, like, too much TV. They expect the wonders and wonderful things and family and everything. and then that shit does not be reality. Like, it's just not. Life's gonna be exactly the same way it was. Now you have a baby to take care of for the next 18 years. Yeah. Shit don't magically get better with a baby. A baby can deadass make shit worser. Like,
I was like, look, I feel like if y'all didn't have a baby, this wouldn't be happening. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
you would have just up and left. You wouldn't be using a baby as your justification to be fighting to stay at someone else's house. Like, you would just go. You just leave.
I feel, yeah. That's why I'm like, I get why you feel this way, because you have a baby. So now you think, like, isn't he going to be responsible for the baby just as I am? And nah, like, if he makes that.
That's why you have a baby with a family.
Yes,
so
yes.
Everybody's already here, all hands on deck. You don't need to worry about who's keeping track of who's doing what, and like.
Choose your village. Like, that's something that been saying the past couple of days. And like, yeah, choose your village, bro. Like, don't expect the people you're surrounded by to do certain things because of the expectation. Like, choose the people because you've seen them do what they need to do. And then, like, you have the right to feel upset maybe if they're wilding out and not doing what they're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. But to expect this from somebody who you've seen the signs, that's really trash. That's really trash. Take accountability for that poor decision.
Bleeping coward. I'm sleeping after cooking him dinner, and he want to say I need to go. Blank you, baby. And damn, I really should have just listened to the cap-ass internet about this man.
I'm like, yo, the internet was really telling you, like, bro, I don't think that's smart. He was flirting with girls online, like, a couple days ago. And she really just went and got pregnant, bro. Like, I was so in shock when I seen the stomach, because I was like, I didn't think they was going to take it this far. Like, I genuinely didn't think they were going to take it that far. And they both did. I'm very disappointed in both parties, but especially you, bro, because people was telling you. Like...
Yes, you should have. I'ma learn and I'ma grow. But this right here ain't it. And I'm sorry to my baby that her father is kicking her out of her home at 3.
Nah, don't play that.
You see, and that's the type of guilty shit they'll do to you. And it's like, damn, in reality, the baby doesn't even feel like that because the baby doesn't even fucking understand and comprehend what's going on. But they'll try to do that to you to fuck with your mind. And shit is whack, but nobody would talk about how women will manipulate men in such ways. It's not a problem, but let a dude do that to her, manipulating her with money or whatever. And it's a big ass problem, and we live in a sexist society and misogyny. And little do they know, it's women who are really manipulative like this. Like, that baby really does not know, does not care about to take a shit. But you will use that on him, like, just to fuck with his brain, fuck with his heart. Like, when you put it like that, it's never sound crazy, but reality of it, the baby genuinely don't give a fuck.
You know what else? What I was gonna say? I seen something on social media, and I just realized, like, it might contribute to also why she's going so hard. Apparently, like, her family, when they found out, like, the baby daddy, and whatever, like, they didn't really support that. And like, I feel like she has no support, and it's really like she feels like the responsibility is up to the baby. And I'm like, damn, bro, that's a sucky situation. And this is why I say you pick your village, bro. Cause now look, yo, your family don't even like this man, and that man don't even want to be with you for real. So now you are alone.
Stupid decisions.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say, as for trying to call the baby like a bad father, or trying to say like he's not there for his kid,
already know that's cap.
That's cap. Yo, he has his nieces and nephews with him all the time, on top of his daughter.
Nobody's gonna believe that. You don't have a regular average dude to pull that card.
Yeah.
We're not gonna believe that. We've all seen his kids splashed up, love the shit out of him.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I do think he will be there for his kid 100%.
Right. Most likely, like, obviously, that's not the issue here. Mm-hmm. She just want to be there too. She don't want to be a baby mama.
Yeah.
But that's why you need to select better men. Women gotta realize, like, those type of dudes are not the best husbands. Like, they're not gonna be a husband for you. They don't have to be. Like, in reality, those type of men, they just don't need a wife. They don't, like, a regular dude can really use a wife, a woman like this. But no, those type of women go for the men who will dead ass not need them and don't give a fuck about nothing she's contributing. But then it comes to an average guy, they'll just feel like they too good to do anything for him. Like,
yeah,
it's
like
crazy.
I feel like it's all fun and games, right? Like, because in the beginning it's like, oh my God, it feels so good, probably because of all the things he's doing for you, right? And then in the long run, it's not even like that anymore. Like, that's why it's better to be with somebody where
it's gonna be a nice new young joint.
Yeah.
Like, he's
for
famous.
a man like
he's
that,
rich and famous. Not like, it's like all of them are like that, bro. It's like, it's just, women gotta understand, like, it's rare to find a successful man who's famous and caliber, who's like a actual family man.
yeah.
Like, the world is banking on Sierra fucking up with the nigga from the Seahawks. What's his name?
I can't remember his name right now.
I can't remember. Russell
Wilson?
Russell Wilson?
I don't know. I forgot.
Whatever. Like, the world is banking that she's gonna fuck up with him because he is one of those guys, and it's really, really rare.
Yeah, I was gonna say, ladies, like, there's a common belief that you could really have it all in a man, and to men, we don't have it all in their eyes. Like, in terms of, you don't knock everything off my list,
right,
but you do majority, and that makes me happy enough. Like, that satisfies me. And with women, there is no satisfaction, I feel like.
Y'all don't every box.
Yeah, like, we don't get satisfied easy, and I don't appreciate that, because it started. I'm realizing, like, it ruins a lot of relationships. The way I think, like, a man will woo you and be a family man and be a thug.
That's that Disney shit. That's that Disney shit. They don't realize, like, you got a whole generation of women brought up on movies, TV, and you think like that's what it's like, but you go talk to your grandparents, it was never like that.
Yeah. Like,
they didn't grow up on that type of shit, and that's why shit worked out for them. They didn't have these unrealistic expectations. Like, they just didn't. Like, they understood, like, who's next to me that I see myself with forever. Now, this generation, you got Disney movies, Lifetime movies, TLC movies, Oxygen shows, Love and Hip Hop's, MTV's, like, even for men, too, thinking that you could just... No, I'm not even going to say that, because in movies, the average guy never gets the girl. Like,
they create...
When you talk about it, like, they pretty much tell men in movies, like, nigga, you gotta glow up. Love don't cost a thing. Like, you can't be just a regular guy. You ain't gonna get no love. You gotta go reinvent yourself, become successful, become popping. It's the only way anybody will ever like you, and that's what's given to men. But to women, it's more, you are already a god. You are already a queen. You deserve the world now. And when in reality, that's not the reality, but that's just how they market life to motherfuckers in America.
Right, I'm like, yeah, we have to chill with all these expectations. Like, it's very rare that you're gonna find somebody that's just perfect, like, in every sense of the word. That's not really realistic, and we shouldn't be looking for that anyways. I don't know why we can't just look for what's gonna make me happy versus, like, I need to make a checklist of all the things this person needs to have.
Like, it's
that's
not
too
gonna
much.
happen. Like, the further up, it's just like, the further more a person is successful and famous, the less bullshit they give a fuck about the next person. I'm like, I don't need to live to your standards, because I don't need you. You need me. I'm your come up. So you're going to live to my standards, or you can get the fuck out of here. And in this situation, she thinks he's going to live up to her standards when she's obviously not living up to his. And when he's ready to go, she's losing it. But if she was ready to go, like, he can't do this. He can't be online arguing, nah, I'm not leaving. Police come. You think the police gonna let him just keep walking? You think the police gonna just let him keep walking? They calling him, they gonna just let him keep walking.
And it's the baby.
They gonna tackle that man. They gonna grab that man's wrist. They gonna grab his shoulder, and it's gonna go left.
I'm like, and then niggas find out, like, what he really be into. Like, that's not gonna be a smooth journey for the baby.
And that's
like,
just the reality of it.
I'm like, I know you left that place and you at home genuinely, honestly, in probably more peace than if he was leaving his own home and they was taking him.
Right.
I promise you that. Like, he's like, I'm all good now. Yeah, it wouldn't have been like that for him. Like, at all.
She didn't get arrested. She got a couple tickets.
Yeah, she got, like, they said domestic violence or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
but it's like simple assault. I mean, like, threats and shit. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real verbal. You're being threatful. You ain't really touch nobody. You ain't really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw
broke
that.
nothing,
Yeah.
touch nothing, move nothing, but you just wilding with the mouth.
Yeah.
And you making somebody feel unsafe. So that's it. She don't go to court for that. It was just gonna get right. Stay out of trouble.
A smooth journey for you, girl. A
Right.
smooth journey.
Let it have been a dude in a situation and he's all amped up and they'll think he was dead ass in here beating your ass. They gonna fuck him up quick. He gonna get fucked up, then take to the precinct. They ain't even gonna wait and figure out the story. They not. They gonna just lock you up for domestic violence and get a motherfucking story after. Cause I don't know about other states, but in New York State, like if a woman just calls and say he broke my phone or some shit, police have the authority to come now arrest him. And even if she don't want to press charges, she don't want to do nothing, the state will pick up the case. Because they know women will renege or they be like scared of some shit, you know, I'm like scared of retaliation. So the state will just pick it up anyway, and she don't even gotta come to court and be worried about it. They gonna just do everything, right? So that's why I'm like, it's smart he picked up the camera. Like if you don't know shit like that, you just gonna be like, he's wilding. But when you know shit like that, like that's all it takes. You better record. You better have video document because she could not give a fuck about once they arrest you. She cannot give a fuck. The state is going to apply the charges. Like you're going to get charged. Like because the state is going to charge you now. They don't need her. She don't need to testify. She don't need no statement. Nothing. You say he was doing this. All right, cool. And when you go to court, it's going to say the state, blah, 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 versus you. Not her versus you. It's going to say the state of versus you.
I feel like all of this and the perspective that the baby had and whatever.
But hold on, let's just keep.
Months. But wait, there's been another update. So let's go over it.
I'm making shit clear. You go to school, but I'm making shit clear that I'm making and it's the thing.
Everybody go ahead, clear your
and I'm glad y'all know.
Go ahead, clear your nose.
Here, come here.
Are you scared?
And I'm glad. No, I'm not scared. Look, and I'm glad she walked out. So as you can see, nobody was put out.
So this is after the cops came. So the cops came, and then apparently she wasn't put out at all. But he begins to go live again with looks like over 150,000 people.
They did not remove her. They just left her there. Let it have been a guy, he would have been removed. Like, bro, my mom called the cops to remove my brother and myself from her house. Even though we lived there, grew up there years, you know, people do the 30 days. You gotta evict them. Yeah. That's bullshit till the police come. Nigga, you think we wasn't saying that? Like, we've been here our whole life. Nah, you gotta go. She said you gotta leave, so you gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, the cops ain't just leave, and then leave it up to us to figure it out. Like, no, they stood there like, all right, come on, you gotta go.
My mom used to blow mine because my mom was top 5, called the cops on all of us. My dad, me, all of us. And yeah, you're right. Like, I'm like, when the cops came, I thought it was going to be way worse than it actually was. Especially because I broke property. So I was really mad at my parents and I started breaking things in the house. And I thought like, yo, it's over for me. Like, they taking me away. And nah, they let me stay, but they did give me a warning. They was like, if she decides like, if you do this again and she decides that you broke her property again and she wants to take you out this house, she can do that now. But my dad, they would take him out the house.
Immediately. First call. They're not going to play. You're going to get out now.
Yeah.
We're not going to give you a chance for y'all to figure it out. And then women don't see this. It's not until you actually see it like, oh, wow. Now you know for a fact if they were there for him, he would have had to leave when they are leaving. Once they deem, okay, time for the situation to end, we got what we needed. Sir, you got to go.
Yeah.
She's still here. Nigga can't even sit at his table and vent to his fans. She feels like, I need to interject on that. Like, I got to get in there. It's smiles and games and jokes. Like, he can't, at no point, can't lose his composure. Soon as he loses his composure, he is mad, he is tight. He is now the abuser, manipulative, misogynistic, sexist man who hates women and children.
Yeah, I'm like, women are really terrible with that. They're absolutely terrible.
I'm
with
saying,
that.
that's why I say this live shit is smart.
IG live room. But let's go over the conversation.
Me calling the police, that's like for my safety, because this
You gotta document
this
it.
what I'm dealing with. Like, this a real deal, cuckoo for cocoa. Look. This is a real deal. Like,
bosoms all out.
Cuckoo, and she's still here, so nobody was.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. So I had to rethink
Wait,
about
she
this.
just flicked at him?
This is a real deal. Like, shawty really cuckoo, and she's still here. So nobody was put out.
Nobody
was put out. No, this ain't no. We ain't gotta make this a sexist thing.
Let me also comment on this too. You see how she hit the phone like that? She's physical in nature, meaning that claims of hitting DaBaby, I'm more readily to believe that, because I'm telling you, that's why I tell you guys, if they do like all that hitting shit, or you say something, they kind of hit you, even if it's on your shoulder and shit, check them immediately. Check them immediately. If they continue to do that, then you know it's not the run for you. They got they can't control their emotions to the degree of keeping their goddamn hands to themselves. That's why he's documenting this, because he's probably been hit before and wanted to get it documented, okay? While she acts like she's the complete...
No, wait. I just want to say one thing. My mom made me realize how evil women are, because my mom would hit my dad, throw ice on my father, and like call the cops on him. And I remember one time he told me a story like where he really got arrested, like, and like they had to bail him out. Like my brother had to come bail him out. And after I heard that story, I stopped playing with my mom on that. Every time she called the cops, I'll make sure I'm in front of the cops, letting them know like it's not that serious. My mom is being dramatic, because my mom used to like really think the law will not take this man to jail. Like, oh, it's all fun and games. I'm just trying to scare him, bro. I'm not letting them take my dad out this house just because you're upset.
It's not fun and games.
Yeah.
To be sitting in a cage like a damn movie, like that shit is not a game, son. To really go, yo, I cannot get up and go to my own bathroom.
Right.
I can't get up and go to the store. I can't get up and walk to my kitchen. Like that's not a game. You no longer in control of your own physical body.
Right.
It's not a game. Like
absolutely. I feel like my close relationship with my dad allowed me to see both sides, both ends of things. Women be wilding when it's not necessary, like a lot of times.
That's a fact.
I think they both ain't shit, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. Let's keep it rocking.
Boys came to be with me. Okay.
And he's got a lady in there to corroborate.
Good job. This ain't nothing new. This just me clearing it up, because she not about to tell this.
From Orlando.
I can show you. I can show you begging me to stay here. Sorry, this not.
Talking about you miss me, come back home, all this stuff. The fuck, I already left your ass.
You can see who cuckoo here. No,
she just said I already left your ass. Wait.
The fuck, I already left your ass.
You can see. I can show you. I can show you begging me to stay here. Sorry, this not.
Talking about you miss me, come back home, all this stuff. The fuck, I already left your ass.
You can see.
So it's evident here they had a toxic relationship, and the fact that she's making it like sound like they would break up or like, you know, part ways for a little, and they would just be texting each other. It was one or the other. It don't matter who it was. It was probably both of them. Yeah, and it was probably like, yo, come over.
Wife shit. You wouldn't have to be doing all that.
Yeah.
So this was some toxic side chick, side piece, friends with benefits shit. Like.
Yeah.
Who cuckoo
yeah, let's see who's cuckoo, because I'm talking.
But this is my thing. This is my thing. They didn't make.
Okay.
They did not make Shawty leave, and somebody need to come make Shawty leave.
Oh no, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Don't worry. But guess what, guys? I'm trying to go to the house to get my baby's
somebody
clothes.
Somebody need to make Shawty leave.
And he's telling me I can't go to the house to get my baby's clothes because I only have 4 hours.
Law enforcement, I'm gonna need y'all to get it together. We gonna have to start removing women. I'm sorry, because. Come on now. I know some of y'all cops know y'all wives be hitting on y'all. Stop playing with me. Like, we gonna have to get it together. Y'all gonna have to stop being lenient with women. Like, some of them not a little, okay? Because some of them take it out of hand.
Because I want to leave. So, stop showing me, bro.
To get off the camera.
You wanted to get on live to talk shit and put everybody in our business trying to act like...
Leave the house and get off the camera. Like, I'm so
They've been here for like 3 hours.
So since the Jakes couldn't put her out, she felt she could still while out. So he's smart to have his assistant there now. Like, and that's what it comes to as a man. Like,
confused. Like just picture this. That you just went live, the cops were there, you're still in the house, and he gets back on live again, and you all in the frame smacking the phone. Like, the internet, as well as the creation of our cell phones, is one of the greatest things that men have had to try to protect themselves from the crazy shit that happens, because now it's documented.
Like, we haven't been together.
We haven't been together.
Okay, Jonathan. We haven't been together.
You don't know what's going on?
I don't know what's going on. Oh my God, this is so funny.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh my God, how you gonna go
That's what
live
you dealing with.
in the room right there?
Y'all, this is y'all problem. This right here is y'all problem. This new generation of women, we are not supposed to be just opening legs for just anybody because they look good. I feel like that's what she did right here. And then she fell in love with this man. She was stigmatized. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with. And y'all need to stop doing that because I feel like sexual intercourse be having y'all thinking it's something it's not. You're supposed to go and have sex with a man that you truly could see yourself being with. Yeah, yo, like.
With a real nigga, just not. Hey, listen.
Because the way he's saying it, he was just fucking.
What's going on?
And she fell in love with
This is my reality.
Such a cap ass man.
Yeah, but you chose your reality.
Cap ass man. He wants to fuck me and fuck his baby mother and
real
fuck
physical.
all these Charlotte hoes.
Right. And then you would acknowledge that and still expect different, and that's where you fuck up at.
And you knew that, bro. Like, you knew that before you got pregnant because it was on the shade room. Everybody was talking about it. DaBabys with his baby mama.
So this is her fault, bro.
And fuck all this shit, and me, I'll be okay with that, guys. And me come back and live
Can you
here
stop
and
touching
stay
Smushing
in
him.
this
Stop
fucking
touching
house
him.
with our child.
And don't touch her
I
back.
don't want you to stay. I've been begging you
Okay,
to
yeah, I
leave.
know you tried to kick me out
This one of
yesterday
them
at
real.
3 in the morning.
This
for
one of them
whatever the fuck
real.
reason.
This one of them real movies,
Yeah.
man. Y'all look.
Look
Tune
at that.
in.
Yeah, real movements, whatever.
You wasn't my girl.
I wasn't your girl.
Yeah.
I wasn't your girl.
You ain't never been my
His brother
girl.
is right there.
My
Doesn't
brother-
he call me his girl all the time? Don't
You know
he?
Shawty is theirs.
Oh my God.
What you know?
This nigga filming too.
Bro, hey, look, bro. This nigga know to have that phone out, man.
That's funny.
This is some trapper black nigga shit playing gone wrong.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Stop fucking showing.
Yeah, this is trying to trap a nigga gone wrong. I'm not
Trying to
going.
trap a nigga? Are you crazy?
Shawty,
You just
yeah.
came at me last night, you idiot.
Shout out you, bitch.
All the pieces are really starting to fall into place now, and I really understand the dynamic of their relationship.
They just toxic. They was just
Yeah.
having a lot of sex.
They was having a lot of
This
sex,
shit was never love at all. It
Yeah.
was always sex.
and she probably dead fell in love, like, off of sex.
Because she felt like coming in her, like, it meant something. As a man, bro, it's not that deep. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of all male species do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, other animals don't practice love and shit and still do that. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you get what I'm saying? Us as humans correlated, made it, but on the real large spectrum of Earth, like, all male species who have peens and inject what's the proper word so we don't get in the problem, semen. They ejaculate into the woman's
semen into the woman's
right.
uterus.
The horses and the cows and all that crazy shit. They all do that. They don't practice love in families. Only in Disney movies.
I would say, like, also it might depend on the man, right? So, like, if you have a man who probably just feels like, let me just nut in anybody.
It just feel good. Like, in reality, as a man who, you know, be doing that, it just felt good. Like, don't correlate it to love and.
Yeah, I don't know about correlating
baby
to
could
love.
come from it, but it's not a love move. You know what I'm saying? Like, love moves is holding you close and shit like that. Like, nothing in you is just like, bro, I ain't take it out, and I'm not wearing a condom, or I am wearing a condom, so I'll just leave it. Like, I feel good. Women like to throb after the warmth and the throbbing after. So, you know what I'm saying? So they get their little thing, and niggas just like to just leave it in there and just feel it still be squeezed. Wise, you know what I'm saying? Not to be so graphic, but just being real with you. You know what I'm saying? Let's finish this video. I know we're
Last night, you idiot.
Somebody tell Maury to call baby, man. Let me run up a quick 10M.
Yeah, okay. Don't ever
Let me run
disrespect our
up. Let me run up a
fucking
quick
child like
10M. Somebody tell Maury to call
Yeah,
me,
don't
man.
fucking- don't
Let's
fucking
put this shit on Maury. Shorty is
he said Maury.
Maury material. Get up out my crib. Come on, get off my
that.
table.
Get outside.
Bitch, don't come out
This is
here.
some really toxic
Get
shit.
up off my table, shorty.
Oh my God, no.
No, this shit staying on. Call them people to come get shorty up out my spot.
Go ahead,
Please,
call them to
call
get you and your
Okay,
child.
so this is how she got
Go
charged
ahead.
twice.
I'm stuck. Hey, help.
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 You're such a fucking dick.
You made your own bed, my G.
Help me, nigga.
Right.
Ain't it? Yeah, no.
Right.
Why you sitting there?
Because
doing something?
it ain't no help if you still splashing off on what you have deemed as a side piece. Like,
Right.
like, shut up.
Right?
Like, it ain't no help.
I mean, he can still, want her out his crib, but like he's right.
You created
you
created the situation.
You ain't make that line thick enough for her to understand her role that she thought it was no line there at all.
And I'm like, that'd be my one problem with men. Y'all can't just be thinking like women need that clear communication. Like, yo,
like anybody else.
Because if you let it just be, they will take it to an extent you didn't even see it going to, and you're like, how did we get here? Bro, the whole time you wasn't communicating with her, then it was just a fucking situation.
Blah, 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 blah.
Now laying it. This is what you have to deal with now. And this goes to all of the dudes that are watching this channel, and you know she's got some crazy tendencies, but you continue to go in raw daddy and splash inside. Why? It makes absolutely no sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. Think with your correct heads, gents.
Do something, bro. And where's my baby?
Oh, you don't
see what I'm saying? Like, Steph, come on.
Your baby is sleeping. I just put her to sleep.
Go back there with her or go.
No.
See what I'm saying?
I'm not talking about my business like that.
Girl.
Ain't nobody was a part of my pregnancy. You weren't a part of my pregnancy. You don't need to tell nobody nothing. The fuck?
See, she don't want me to put out her real business, what her and her family got going on. That's the real issue.
That's not nothing to do with us.
This girl got a real,
that has nothing to do with us.
a real Matilda story type shit going on, that I try to save my child from.
Save your child from.
She got to save her face, her family got to save her face. My family's not in the industry. Me being in the industry, that take care of my family. It's a difference.
16 years old, sorry. That's why
I didn't win. Hey, look,
right?
yeah, I didn't, I didn't skeeted in the wrong thing. I got to deal with what come with that.
Yeah.
But my last name Kirk, this is what I do.
Okay.
So I take whatever come with that, full responsibility. But shout it, it's cuckoo for Cocoa Puff.
All right,
Yo,
whatever.
what's mad funny is like he's like, he don't care. Like, he cares obviously because he wants her out the house, but he don't care in terms of like, he understands, bro, this is just like the bet I dealt, like the cards I dealt myself. It's kind of what I do. I give women babies, but she's dead crazy. She's dead crazy, and that was my bad.
They both crazy. Like, the baby just as crazy as her dumb, and he just ain't misbehaving. But the decisions he's made as well is, nigga, you're not off the hook. Y'all both is toxic. These are when you build a relationship on sex and then have a baby. This is the type of shit that happens.
Yeah, I'm like, I find him crazy for just letting it go on for that long because I feel like that's what this is. Like, you just let a situation just drag on. You didn't even tell her when she was pregnant, bro.
Sure,
like,
no, I'm pretty sure, because she said they broke up when they were pregnant, so I'm pretty sure he was like, I don't really want to have a baby with her, and that caused them to split, but then he came back around or whatever, so, I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying, like, girl, if y'all wasn't together during the pregnancy, why are you forcing a family on him because the baby's born? The baby was still there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the baby was still there. It just wasn't on earth technically, but it was still there. Like, the baby coming out your vag really changes nothing. Like, it changes nothing. If you was single when you was pregnant with the baby, I don't know why you thought when you had the baby, like,
things
family.
Change, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna get the fuck up out of here, man. It's an hour-long video for no reason. Hopefully somebody watch it, because that's good watch time right there. I'm not gonna lie. So watch. Subscribe. Holla at Chigualas.